The Marxist USSR from 1923 to 1928 exterminated 2.2 million civilians. This was all during Lenin's NEP period, the New Economic Policy. This is during the NEP period in which they were reinstituting capitalism under heavy state control. $2,200,000 victims. As Solzhenitsyn calls it, the history of this sewage system, the labor camps. In leftist, communist school textbooks, the students are never told about these millions of people that were exterminated in the Soviet Gulag concentration camps. For just the 1930s to 1950s, some Soviet scientists researched an estimate of 52 to 54 million were killed. Some experts say 60 million, and Solzhenitsyn states 70 million. But this is hidden from nearly all college textbooks, who reduce the number, who ignore the number, and want to pretend that the leftist, communist USSR was a workers' paradise, when it was anything but that. Here is a chart for the NEP period from 1923 to 1928, with a probable estimate of 2.2 million killed and a high of 3 million killed, according to statistician RJ Rummel. But the leftist communists and their school textbooks will never state the true numbers, the millions of people killed in their leftist communist USSR. Here's the final estimate of the mid-estimate and the high estimate for Rummel on the period of time, 2.2 million to 3 million. But he says it could be very easily as high as 3.8 million during this period, due to various forms of repression, including individual-level terrorism, brutal interrogation and torture, execution. Table of RJ Rummel on the NEP period, 1923 to 1928. As we can see, 2.2 million is the average that were killed, and 3 million is the high. He states that it could be as high as 4.7 million. Keep in mind that this was only in the NEP period from 1923 to 1928, when the USSR ostensibly reintroduced capitalism under heavy state regulation. Rummel says it could be higher by as much as 1 million, which would place it to 3 million to 4 million. And these are his references. As you can see, it's a wide range of sources. Leggett, Heller, Conquest. People need to begin to remember the Gulag concentration camps. They have to begin to remember the suffering. This is the final page of Rummel's references. dozens of sources he is citing. Gerson, Herling, Wiles, Solzhenitsyn, Krasnov, Roeder, Beckengodin, Ulam, Hingley, Kosik, Roeder, Stuart Smith, Dyadkin, Panin, Dyadkin again, Maximov. We must never forget the 2.2 million civilians that were killed in the Marxist USSR from 1923 to 1928. Remember,